organizations in North Central Florida are trying to start up the next domestic violence shelter.
Yeah, it was just months ago, Marion County's only shelter lost its funding, closing the shelter. TV 20's Emma DeLamo tells us why survivors say it's important to have one close by.
There are so many victims, they may not want to talk to someone. They don't have like a safe haven place that they can go and have an outlet.
One woman in Ocala is speaking out for those who were silenced.
Jonatha Johnson is a domestic violence survivor who uses her time to put together resources and help other survivors in Marion County.
She unveiled a mural at the College of Central Florida Zen Garden honoring domestic violence survivors. The only shelter in Marion County closed in August after funding was pulled due to concerns over living conditions. Johnson believes by now another one should be up and running.
If you go somewhere else, you may be leaving your children, you may be leaving your family, so to have somewhere close is important.
Jennifer Rodriguez with the Marion County Domestic Violence Service Program says there's a plan in place. A county task force is working with other organizations to ensure services continue by providing support at a small shelter.
The certified program that currently is there was established through these 6 other certified centers in Florida that offer their support to make sure that Marion County would be able to continue to have services.
Rodriguez says this is not an officially certified shelter. Rather, it's for those with the most dangerous cases. The group is working with a provider to use their certifications to oversee the program.
There's a lot of healing that has to take place, and that healing requires the expertise of certified domestic violence advocates.
DCF is offering support for several resources, including the Marion County Domestic Violence Service Program. In Ocala, Emma DeLamo, TV 20 News.